Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well. Before I started this, it was buffering a little bit on my end, so I hope that mellows out before I even get into anything for today. Let's run the disclaimer. Well, how are things? How's your day been? What's been going on? I did update the hair. I'm calling this denim. That's what I'm calling this. I mixed like 3 different colors. So we're going to call this denim. Drop me a blue heart if you want to, because I think it's kind of cute. The blue heart, to be specific. Today is also my mom's birthday. So if you guys want to say happy birthday to my mom, that would be cool. I don't know if she'll see it, but I'll make sure I mention it to her that I mentioned it here. So happy birthday to my mom. One moment. Hubby walked in.
I'm going to go get my helmet back from Derek's house.
Okay. I'm live right now. Okay, bye. Yeah, happy birthday to my mom. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's see. Well, first, let's run through some of the products. I have a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, but I'm drinking this protein. I don't know if you guys have seen these. Have y'all seen these? I'm a fan. 100 calories, 25 grams of protein, and 0 carbs. And it's delightful. If you haven't tried it, check it out if that's something you're into. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, birthday Diet Dr. Pepper party. Am I buffering on your end? I'm not really sure why that's happening, but let me know. This is the peach mango. Also, Aunt Mel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I feel like we should play a song. Oh my God, this cracks me up.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Always watching. I need to put my headphones on. Okay, it's good on your end. Okay. If it's buffering, I apologize. I have kind of a weird delay on my end sometimes. So as long as you guys are good, I'm good too. All right. Shall we get into the topic for today? In case you're new here, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Not welcome back, but welcome back to all of you that are not new. Tonight, we're going to be reacting to a chaotic, guilt-soaked, peptide-packed Facebook Live from Kayla. She's a former Modere rep who is now all in with Nueva, the newest MLM making waves, pun absolutely intended, by selling under-researched biohacking supplements. You heard that right, my friends. Yeah, she hits every manipulative talking point, from struggling is a choice to you can be replaced. And she does it while promoting a supplement that includes what we lovingly call here in the anti-MLM movement, thank you to Julie Anderson and her viewers, SLU-PP-332. I can't. Oh, shout out to Julie Anderson. So SLU-PP-332, or SLU-PP-332, is a compound that's never been tested on humans, was only studied in mice, and was injected, not swallowed. Nueva. Okay. I can't. Oh, man. And let me just say, for the people in the back, humans are not mice. I know we know that, but somebody that's investigating Nueva is probably like, oh, they've tested it on mice. That's okay. There's going to be some people out there. Please don't be that person. Also, swallowing 1 milligram of an unproven compound isn't mimicking exercise. It's MLM pseudoscience at its worst. So tonight, I'm walking you through her live stream, breaking down MLM hustle rhetoric, financial shame tactics, and the reckless health claims being used to recruit vulnerable women into this collapsing industry. And shout out to the viewer who submitted this through my website. If you have something that you want me to see, MLM content, supplement claims, shady scripts or posts or whatever, you can go to www.aaronbees.com. Shout out to Avery Joe for making my channel, making my website. If you need if you need web design, things of that nature, check her out. She's amazing. And she's in the chat I saw earlier. So send it my way. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, you guys are such an important part of the anti-MLM movement. So quick little disclaimer, this video is for educational and commentary purposes only. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm not a doctor, and I stay firmly within my scope of practice. It's extremely important to me. We are going to be talking today about metabolism, physical activity, and realistic supplement safety. Nothing here is medical advice, but what we will be doing is calling out manipulation, misinformation, and false promises with snark, science, and of course, receipts. So buckle up, my friends, because we have a lot of video to cover. So brace yourselves. Let me pick the right setting because sometimes I pick the wrong one. Give me a moment. Let's try this one. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh
why is there no volume?
Gosh, it has been word. Just complaining about not having the life they want to live. And I decided I'm going to come out of retirement and we're going to talk about this. So if you are a stay-at-home mom, put the words.
What do you mean? What do you mean come out of retirement? So she's opening up with good morning and starting to talk to stay-at-home moms and people that are struggling financially, immediate shame tactics coming very, very soon. Let me not get ahead of myself. Let's hear what else she has to say.
Stay-at-home mom down in the comment section down below. If you're someone who is struggling financially, drop me a cash sign down below because we're going to stop the complaining. Good morning, Megan. We're going to stop the complaining today. So recently, let's do a little bit of backstory. Recently, I really had a lot of women tell me that I don't have any sympathy for stay-at-home moms. I've had women tell me, you don't understand the struggle. I've had women say, you don't understand what it's like to not have anything. So we're going to give a little bit of information on y'all for y'all to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm kind of barking like a dog, okay?
Okay. So she's framing financial hardship or will as laziness to set the stage for recruitment. That's what we're going to see here. So please brace yourselves. I'm not exaggerating.
Number one, I'm from welfare. I'm from food stamps. I'm from the trenches. I'm from rock bottom. You ever be so broke that when you get paid, within minutes, your paycheck is already gone? You ever be that broke? You ever have maxed out credit cards? You ever have to rob Peter and rob Paul to be able to put food on the table? You ever have to put and back in the day, being a stay-at-home mom.
I don't know why that just jumped like that. It jumped on my end. I don't know if it's doing that on your end.
Was a privilege. You know, most stay-at-home moms, you know, back in the day, you know, have a cute little dog, shopping and drinking, and life was all Gucci and gold. But a lot of us right now are stay-at-home moms because we don't have any other choice. It's more cost effective. But here's the thing. If you are a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, bear with me, guys. Techie stuff. Not sure what's going on. Appreciate you being here and being patient with me because, you know, technology. I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing, but my Wi-Fi is doing just fine. So I'm not really sure.
And you're complaining about your financial situation. Why are you not doing anything to change it? Complaining in somebody's inbox, complaining on Facebook, begging people for money on Facebook, doing all the things is not going to do nothing to change your situation. It is 2025. There are so many ways where you can make money from home. But a lot of stay-at-home moms, I'm going to say that it's going to hurt some hearts.
Okay, before she gets into that, what she's doing here is she's using trauma as an authority, but she's not really offering any structural solutions quite yet. This is page 1 of the MLM playbook. This is manipulation that we're seeing here.
don't want to move forward. If you're going to college, you're taking a step to better your life. Absolutely. And with that, you may have to, have small little jobs in between. But if you're a full-time stay-at-home mom and you're watching your spouse break their back, why are you not meeting them halfway? Why are you not trying to better your situation, whether it's going to school, working a part-time job, having multiple hustles? I think it's very annoying, and I'm speaking on my opinion, that women will stay at home, scroll on social media, go to Target, go to Starbucks, go to Walmart, get their hair done, nails done, and then bitch and complain when they have no money to go on vacation. Bitch and complain when they don't have any money to move forward in life. Father's Day weekend just passed, and the amount of you who said that you had to use your man's money to buy them a gift is fucked up and backwards.
What? Okay, so this is financial. This is a financial shame tactic. If you're not monetized, you're failing. If you're not making money, you're failing. If you're a stay-at-home parent, this isn't empowerment. This is control.
Say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing for y'all, because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I get to the bag. And I show other moms that you can still raise little Timmy and little Susie and do all the things and still have your own income. It is too hard in today's society to just sit back and watch your spouse break their neck and back. You need to be meeting them halfway to live above the float. Many of you guys are struggling because you're choosing to not find a hustle from home. Right? At the end of the day, when it comes to being a mom, yes, we're supposed to cook, clean, do dishes, the laundry, dropping off kids, picking up kids, and doing all the house chores.
First of all, those roles and those responsibilities are figured out by the household. If you're going to present this like, oh, this is what you should be doing as a stay-at-home parent, that's really none of your business how people run their households. That's up to them. That's their decision on who does what and how they split up the responsibilities for the household. So I think it's really odd to me that she's coming on here and she's making it seem like, number one, stay-at-home parents do nothing if they're not making money, if they're not part of her MLM company. That's weird. But two, there's more ways to contribute to a household that doesn't necessarily involve making income. And all of those things that she mentioned are great examples of that. Those are things that need to be handled. It's not necessarily just about money. So this is just really weird to me. And I think it's important to point out that the reason that she's doing this is to try and recruit into Nueva. She's trying to shame people into joining Nueva, an MLM company. Yikes.
But it's 2025. You can make money from your home. You can hop in your car and go do Amazon Flex, DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats. You could be doing medical courier, making a lot of really good money. But
what if they don't have a car? Or what if they don't have a reliable car to be able to do those things as well? And I'm sure that's where she's like, well, you need this more than I thought you would, or I thought you did. Come on.
the fact that many of y'all
Exactly
are stuck in life, right? So you're going to school, you're a stay-at-home mom and going to college. See, it can be done. At the end of the day, if you are a mom out here complaining that you don't have any extra cash, you can't do this for your kids, you chose that. It's a choice. You're unmotivated. You're unmotivated. I have built my businesses with 3 children under the age of 3.
Okay, if we're talking about businesses, because I don't know if she does other things, if we're talking about businesses being an MLM company and her claiming that that's her own business, ironic that we're sitting here trying to recruit into Nueva when Modere closed. It seems to me like if you were the actual business owner, you would have been the one deciding to close Modere and not be blindsided like they all claim that they were. I don't believe that for a second. I think the upper echelon of the scammers in that company, I think that they absolutely knew. I've talked about that a lot. So interesting. If you were the actual business owner, you would have been the one making the decisions to close down Modere, but that's not the case. So maybe she's referring to other businesses that she has. I'm not really sure. but we'll find out. Maybe, I guess.
I now have 5 businesses. I don't have a nanny. I don't have a housekeeper. I don't have a cook. I don't have a landscaper. I am all of those things. So I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. I will hop on my tractor. I got 2.5 acres of land. I cut the grass. Why? Because my husband works 18 hours in a day. Who's the cook, the cleaner, the taxi cab driver? And I still got to bend over backwards and do the boop boop. You understand me? I do all these things.
Okay. Oh man, this is, I don't even really know what to call this. I think that this is an unrealistic look at productivity. I think that she is trying to guilt people into thinking that they aren't doing enough. And let me say it for all the stay-at-home parents that are watching this, that their whole job is taking care of kids. Y'all are doing amazing. You guys are doing amazing. Your work does not go unseen. You are appreciated, and it's the hardest job on the planet. So thank you. And if your spouse, your partner hasn't thanked you in a while, I see you guys. I know what it's like. I hear you. You're doing enough.
I don't know why, because I was that mom who complained about not having no money. I was that mom on welfare and food stamps complaining that I could not get nothing done. I was so broke. I'm tired of being broke. See, I got tired of complaining. See, complaining costs too much. If you have enough oxygen and energy to complain about not having the best life or not being able to do anything for little Timmy or buy school clothes, then get up off your couch, turn the TV off, and find a hustle. I don't give a damn if you got to write letters. If you got to sell feet pictures, I don't give a damn if you got to start an OnlyFans account. If you are watching me on social media, your page should be monetized. If you are watching what I'm doing, what I'm shopping, what I'm buying, if you're watching all of that on the daily, month after month, year after year, why are you not utilizing your social media to make money? I'm on here with a bonnet.
I mean, easy solution. Stop watching people like this. Because I feel like what she's doing here is monetizing desperation. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting paid for the work that you're doing, but let's also not forget this person is trying to recruit into Nueva, a multi-level marketing company that doesn't even have customers yet. We haven't even gotten into the science, or dare I say the lack thereof, when it comes to Nueva. There's going to be math, there's going to be science. Just prepare yourselves. This is so wild to me. She's using this to prep you for the peptide pitch. The underlying motivation, and don't forget this as we're watching this, is for her to recruit into Nueva, because that's all they can do in Nueva right now, is sell products to distributors, recruit distributors into the company. That's all that they can do right now. So she's going to make it seem like this is the ultimate side hustle.
No lashes on, not dressed in my PJs, creating content. What's your excuse?
Maybe they don't want to make content. Maybe there's other things that they would rather do than monetize their social media. Maybe they have no interest in growing on social media. There's nothing wrong with that. There's other ways to make income that doesn't require joining a multi-level marketing company or being shamed into joining a multi-level marketing company. This reminds me of Brittany Anderson when she was in Prove It, and she would be like, is it okay if I give you some, tough love? People that say that, in my opinion, are just giving themselves an excuse to be a complete dick. I said what I said.
See, I've come to the conclusion that women nowadays are lazy, and not all. I yesterday interviewed somebody who had 4 kids, a corporate job, and starting a business. Could you imagine having 4 kids? And she just had baby number 4. The baby's 5 months old. She has a corporate America job, another hustle, a newborn baby, making no excuses. Meanwhile, you have a stay-at-home mom that will have a Starbucks cup in her hand, shopping on Amazon, complaining about their life. And then it's back to school time coming up soon, right? You're going to be asking for free shit. You're going to be complaining. First of all, you have no right to complain about your financial situation if you're not doing anything to make it better.
And you have no right to be shaming people trying to recruit them. What a weird tactic. And it's unfortunate because I see the top 100 posts and things of that nature in the group. It's unfortunate that people actually follow this. People actually think, oh, you know what? I appreciate that she's talking to me like this. And yeah, I'm going to jump because she's keeping it real or whatever. Like, you deserve to be talked to respectfully. This isn't respect. She's manipulating people to get them in her downline. That's what this is.
Repeat that one more time for the ones in the back. You have no right to complain about your financial situation if you're doing nothing about it. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I think a lot of us abuse, oh, I'm cleaning today, I'm cooking, I got to take little Timmy here. You can still hustle in between mom life. Become a content creator. I just made, $17,000 last month on Facebook by showing my life in a bonnet. Grocery hauls, cleaning, walking the dogs. It's called thinking outside the box. And many of y'all live in this small box and rather complain because it's free and costs you nothing and costs you no time and no energy. And then y'all wonder why your men leave you in a year or two. See, y'all think because you're married that you don't got to bring shit to the table. Nah, you can be replaced.
Oh. Brags about making 17K on Facebook. This is classic survivorship bias. Ignores that 99% of reps don't make profit in MLMs according to the Federal Trade Commission. But hey, here's a solution. By the way, that's sarcasm. Yikes.
10 toes. Me, this ring, I'm going to grind even harder so my husband understands that I bring something more to the table than just cooking and cleaning. Anybody can be replaced. Y'all do realize that. And in today's society, it is too expensive to live off of one stream of income. Have y'all seen the price of just milk? Milk is $6.50 where I live for milk. For milk. Excuse me? Eggs are $9 for some eggs. I need chickens to be clucking in my backyard. But see, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about themselves or situation, but I'm here to tell you what, complaining in my inbox does you no justice. I'm from nothing. I built my life out of something. I lived where there was rats, bugs, drugs, violence, crime.
So now we have entered into financial fear territory, telling women that they're disposable unless they hustle and contribute financially, when there are many ways that people contribute to their households and their relationships. And again, I'm going to say this a million times tonight, more than likely. She's doing this to recruit people into Nueva. She's not doing this because she's like, hey, I want better for you guys. Here's some tips that you can, make some extra income on the side, Instacart and this and this and this and this. She's giving those ideas like she did a few minutes ago because she wants people to come up with the money to join her team. There's always an underlying motivation. Always.
And homeless. And when you fold, nothing good comes from that. So you got two choices. You can buckle up, buttercup, okay, and find a way to make money from home. There's so many ways. And I'm going to tell you the most easiest way to do it. Utilize your social media. It's free. Okay. Free.com. It costs you nothing. Open up the camera. Record yourself. You see what I look like? I look like Hot Mess Express. Who is this chick with pink glasses? Do you think I care? This video is making me money. Anything I post, if I open up this TikTok bag, it's going to make me some money. I hop on TikTok, make me some money. That's free. If you are a mom and you don't have financial means to start a business, to do network marketing, digital marketing, if you don't have a car to do Amazon Flex, open up that iPhone, Android, Samsung phone that you have right now and get to creating content.
I actually do agree with her on that part. I think that creating content without some sort of underlying manipulation tactic, if you are putting out honest reviews of products and things like that, I think that there's money to be made from home, but you have to have some recording device and you have to have internet and you have to have some of these things that do cost money. So that is something to be aware of. However, I do agree with her about making content online as a source of income.
Period. Period. End of discussion. I'm from a very small town where either you're in a box in the ground, you're incarcerated, you're a prostitute, or you work at a hotel, or you're a CNA. Those were the 5 choices that I was given. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to end up in a box. I don't like all these things. I had to make a choice for myself. So you can stay stuck all you want to. You can keep relying on a man to make things happen for you. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a solid man. My man is so solid. I work by choice. But there comes consequences. We did not have all the things that we had. We didn't have all the nice fancy cars. I wasn't living in Skipback, Pennsylvania in a 2,400 square foot house. I wasn't on 2.5 acres of land. I didn't drive BMWs and RT Durangos outside and have all these other extra cars outside. We didn't have ATVs and dirt bikes. Now, we fucking up. Want to know why? Because I met my man halfway. Halfway. He was already working 3 jobs. And some of y'all men is making only average money. Now, thankfully, my man clears 6 figures. But I put my man through school so he could make 6 figures. Let's clock that. See, I met my man. Funny story. My man used to push shopping carts at Giant. Y'all know the people that return the carts at the grocery stores? That was what Mike used to be. And let's be real, you's not making crazy money when you're pushing the carts back at the grocery store. So then he got a job at a little warehouse. He went to a temp agency to get a quick little job. And then he also worked at Lowe's. So he had 3 jobs at one point in time. Never saw the kids. We relied on 1 vehicle. And we were just living. So he's always been solid, okay? But we were not living our dream life that we wanted. We were always penny pinching. We were always having to make choices. Okay, get this name brand bag of chips or get these $2 chips from Aldi's. We always had to weigh out every situation. And then we lived off of 1 vehicle because we could not afford to have 2 vehicles. We couldn't afford 2 car insurances. And at one point in time, I had no car insurance on my car because we could not afford it. So don't tell me that I don't know the struggle when I busted my butt to get out the struggle. And now I show other people that struggling is a choice. If you're physically and mentally able to work, get up and grind. You may have to do more because in today's society, one job ain't nothing. 1 job's covering groceries. The cost of rent has tripled and doubled. It's crazy. Like, when I say it's crazy out here, y'all would shit bricks if you knew how much money I spent to rent this house. I spent almost $5,000 a month to rent this property. And
That's a choice. Just like you're saying that it's a choice that people are struggling when it's actually not. This is where MLMs cross from exploitative to harmful. There are so many people out there that are struggling right now and are working multiple jobs just trying to stay afloat. And the fact that she is saying this in this way, trying to be relatable to people, but also being extremely offensive, just to try and recruit into Nueva, is really disgusting.
then I have a vacation property that I pay on. So when I say I understand property taxes and it's expensive. This air I'm breathing costs too much. Let me hold it in because it costs too much. At the end of the day, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a single mom, or a mom in general, sometimes you have to do more to have more. And this is why I have 5 streams of income, because I love the life that I have created. I love being able to tell my kids yes. You ever tell your kids no 24/7 and that shit hits your heart? You ever have your child ask you for something in the grocery store and you know damn well you don't have the extra $5 to buy that fruit snack box that they want or that plush toy that they want? You ever been there? You ever have to tell your kids no because you just don't have it? I lived like that for so many years, to where I had to rely on my parents to buy my kids birthday presents, to be able to buy them Christmas presents. I've been there. In fact, if y'all remember me from back in the day, I used to penny shop to be able to have my kids have presents for Christmas and birthdays. I had to penny shop at Dollar General, them cheap ass fucking toys, but at least they had something to open. So don't tell me that I don't know the struggle. I've been there, done that, and I have the fear of going back. And this is why I don't make any excuses. This is why I do network marketing, digital marketing. I'm a content creator. I monetize on all platforms, TikTok Shop, Creator Awards Program. I have all these hustles. You wanna know why? Because if my man were to leave me tomorrow or get hurt or lose his job,
or if your MLM were to close suddenly because you're not actually a business owner, right? Anyways, what she's doing here, she's using financial trauma to build urgency. Her viewers are now primed for the offer. This is all a part of the pitch. This was all part of the hook leading into the pitch. Oh my God.
I can stand 10 toes. Don't have to go to a shelter. I don't got to ask somebody to borrow no money. In fact, I just lost a multi-six-figure empire 60 days ago, generating over $500,000 each year.
Oh, but you were a business owner, right? So you decided to close down. You decided, oh, this isn't profitable for me anymore. So we're just going to close down, right? Only to have the products bought out by Shackley. Oh, that's a perfect example, Kayla, of how you're not actually a business owner. And that's probably why you have to have all of these other side hustles, which there's nothing wrong with creating content. I think that it's awesome. I'm also a content creator as well. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're making unsustainable money from recruiting people into a product-based pyramid scheme, and in my opinion, Nueva is operating as a pyramid scheme at the time, at the time of this, the time that this was filmed, you know what I'm saying, because they don't even have any customers. Now I know that, you know, they're going to probably have customers in the next couple weeks. We'll get there. But it's almost like MLM income isn't sustainable. Weird how the anti-MLM movement has been saying that. Okay. All right.
Could y'all imagine losing $500,000 in business? I lost that. But what did I do? Rebuilt that. Yeah. Because I'm not full of shit and excuses. I realized I didn't want to take from my kids. Money comes and goes, but the hustle, grit, and grind is here to stay. So you got two choices. You can buckle up, go above and beyond, or you can live mediocre. And mediocre, it's not what a lot of us want.
There are some people that are perfectly happy with just living their life. And maybe their life would be mediocre to other people, but it's not for us to judge other people how they choose to live their life. That lesson can apply to so many different things, but I'll stay on topic here.
It's summertime. You should be able to do things with your kids. And yes, does it suck that the cost of living is astronomical? It sucks that a lot of us have to work 2-3 jobs. One job is just not enough. One job is the bare minimum nowadays. And it sucks to say that in America, one job is the bare minimum. You need two. 2 jobs is the new minimum to live comfortably. So if you're a stay,
and sometimes those 2 jobs aren't even cutting it for a lot of people. But joining a multi-level marketing company is not the solution. That's adding to the problem, not giving a solution for people.
home mom, and you're doing nothing to change your situation, stop complaining. You're wasting hot air. Help your spouse. Find a way to make money from home while you're raising little Timmy with the kid on the tit. Find a way. Find a way.
Ugh.
Because complaining does nothing. And I use my platform to show people how to get multiple hustles. I do multiple things without shaking no ass and titties. Okay? Everything I do, I look homeless. Because why? I don't have time to go out and go get dressed.
But didn't she just say earlier to start an OnlyFans page? Selfie pics. She's like, oh, I don't have to do any of that, but you should so that you can buy the kit to join Nueva. Okay.
Every day. It's summertime. I got 3 kids, right? So I look like this 24/7, but I make sure that I hold my end of the weight. Now, if your man is rich and you're not struggling, this video is not for you. But if you're a mama out there and you're like, man, I just worked 50 hours and I'm already broke, I have nothing extra, you need to do more for you and your family. End of discussion, period.
And you don't think that somebody that's struggling financially thinks about that 24/7? You don't think somebody that's struggling financially and is like, I just am worried about paying for groceries or, you know, keeping the lights and everything on, you don't think they're constantly thinking about how to make extra income and how to get out of that scenario, out of that situation?
But sitting here saying that you can't do something because of your children is an excuse. Because if you were a single mom, you'd be making it happen. Period. I see so many single moms go to school to better their future, work 2-3 jobs. They're going to sports functions. They're showing up to school plays as a single mom working more than one job with children going to school. Why is a stay-at-home mom sitting in air conditioning saying that, oh, I can't do this because I'm cooking all day? No, you're not. You are not cooking for an army all day. Cut. You're capping. You're not cleaning your house all day. And if you are, stop chasing after your kids and let them tear the house up and clean up at the end of the night like every other mom does.
I really feel like people that are giving her excuses, I wonder how many of those people are just uncomfortable telling her, no, I'm not interested in this, or no, I don't think spending this amount of money to get this kit on this product is worth it. I don't think that's a smart move for me. I just wonder how many people that probably inspired this live that she did have been afraid to tell her no, thank you, because of this. I don't know. Maybe that's her whole thing. You know, I'm not really sure, but ugh.
I get it. Being a mom is hard. I got three little gremlins under the age of 10 right now. It's hard. But I started building my businesses when my children were 2 and 1.
And let me also say, she said there's 3 under 10. So she started when they were 3 and 1. So that was roughly 7-ish years ago. The climate in multi-level marketing and building online through social media then versus now are 2 very different things. 2 very different things. There are so many survivors that are speaking out. There are so many people that are sending creators within the anti-MLM movement content, such as you guys, which I appreciate y'all so much. There is so much awareness now on the marketing tactics, the cult-like tactics, you know, the wording, the curiosity posts, all of that stuff. It's been exposed. So saying, oh, I built this 7 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, it's a different time now. So those tactics are not working now. And in my opinion, it makes me wonder if that's why she has all of these 5 hustles. Nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. But if MLM were the main thing, like I was taught for MLM to be the main thing, what is the saying? Let the main thing be the main thing. But now you have to have all these extra things. Could it be because MLM is not sustainable? And Modair closing on April 11th is a perfect example of that. Also, I do want to give a content warning. Here in a few minutes, she is going to talk about having her tubes tied, regretting that decision, wanting to adopt. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that is coming. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this. So please just prepare yourselves, take care of yourselves if that's something that you don't want to hear. It's going to be coming here in the next few minutes, I think.
2 and 1. And then I got knocked up with baby number 3. You want to talk about hard times? Woo! I had Carson when I was at my lowest. I almost aborted my baby because I could not afford anything.
I didn't know she mentioned that. I apologize.
My husband had just gotten a raise. We did not qualify for WIC. Didn't have any of that. So my husband had to quit a job so we could apply for getting WIC and food stamps again. So now we lost money just to be able to get a couple little bit of free things from the government assistance programs. So don't sit here and tell me that I don't understand what you're going through. I've been there, done that, but here's the thing. And she has 7 children. Oh, God bless America. 7 kids? Ooh, baby, that's a lot. But you're going to school. You're trying to make a change for it. You're making proper steps. This video is for the folks that don't want to change. You want to just sit here and complain. You're lazy. You're lazy. You're lazy. You think I want to have 5 businesses? I like it. Want to know why? Freedom.
Well, which is it? Do we think that you want to have 5 businesses, but you like it? So like, which is it?
I do work 24/7 though. I work 24/7, but I can work anywhere around the world. The beach, my car, I leave for the beach in 2 days? No, 3 days. I can work anywhere around the world. I work while raising my children.
She was going to the beach in a couple days at the time of this live stream, and she complained about getting ready for the beach in her stories for those 2 days. So it sounds to me like going on vacation was an inconvenience for her because she had to prepare for it.
I work from the toilet. I work from this couch. I work from the kitchen. If I'm making dinner, I'm in between making content. See, I've learned how to work smarter and not harder. I've learned that excuses cost too much, and I cannot afford excuses. They cost too much. And I also cannot afford to stand still. First of all, the world is on an axis, always moving.
Axis, not access. Those are different things.
So if you think that you can just stay put and you're going to win, you're delusional. You're delusional. Okay? You're delusional. And a lot of y'all are really delusional. I don't know how you'll do it with 7 kids. I would probably faint. And see, having multiple children, it costs more, right? But you can tell by some of these women that they are doing, your youngest is 2 and your oldest is 14. Ooh, girl, you gotta, ooh, Lord, bless your heart. Bless your heart. And see, for me, I'm gonna tell you a sad thing. I had to tie my tubes because I had the fear of getting pregnant again and I couldn't afford to take care of it. Now, it sucks because me and my husband every single day say we want a new baby. If y'all don't know my husband comes from a big family and he's Puerto Rican and he wants babies. I mean, baby. And in 2018, I had my tubes tied because I told the doctor, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this one. Y'all know how embarrassing that shit is and how...
I wonder if she was a part of Modere at that time. And I wonder if she was talking about financial freedom in 2018 on these Facebook Lives where she was trying to recruit other people. Meanwhile, she was having her tubes tied. This is a question I have. This isn't a statement. Because one thing I know is the whole fake it till you make it shtick that people in MLM do, myself included when I was a part of multi-level marketing. And for her to present herself this way, it just makes me wonder what she was doing in 2018. Was she acting like she was financially free at that time? Meanwhile, telling the doctor, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this one. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Not really sure, but I think it's interesting.
How hurtful and what I go through every day now. And I know you guys say that I can untie my tubes, but I had a lot of complications after my tubes got tied. And it's just not safe for me to untie them. And my husband does not want to risk my life being able to give birth. So we are looking into adopting babies. Why? Because we are financially in life where new house, new baby, new cars. I'm recently married. Like we're in that kind of era right now. And it sucks that money was the reason why I had to tie my tubes. I made a logical choice. Now, a lot of you women out here, right, who live on the system day in and day out, right? And I used to be one of those people. I was using and abusing this system. And I was like, you want to know what? I want to be able to move off and move forward off this. So I'm like, tie my tubes up. I cannot afford to feed this baby.
Oh my God. I feel like I need to pause this to take like a cleansing breath here. This is from Bucked Up. It's a lightly carbonated protein drink. This is peach mango, and it has 25 grams of protein, 100 calories, and 0 carbs. And it tastes pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. And it's got whey protein isolate in it. So same kind of concept as the clear whey protein isolates, but it's lightly carbonated. You know, it's nice to have in the afternoon if you're wanting to get a little extra protein. I look at it as no different than like a protein shake, but it's a little bit lighter. In the summertime, I don't want like a thick protein shake, but they are kind of pricey too. So I don't drink them that often.
I literally had no choice but to buckle up and get my shit together because my husband was already drowning in jobs. So for me, it sucked that money was the decision that made me tie my tubes. And now I'm regretting it every day because now it's like I could have 1 million babies right now and I can afford to take care of them. I can afford to buy clothes and diapers and wipes and formula and all that and not have to rely on something in some system. And right now, formula is so expensive. I looked at the other day, it's like almost 30 to 50 bucks a can of formula. A formula. Thank goodness I use these little knockers to feed the babies because I'm like, oh my God. But now it sucks because we want to have another baby. We just got married. And it's like, damn. So now, do we go adopt a baby like we plan on to, or do we try? You know, I'm in that stage right now, but I'm here to tell you this. When you have extra cash flow, you're given choices.
Oh my God. I mean, first of all, this is a devastating story, but she's using it as a recruiting tool. Trauma should not be a business model. It should not be the hook to recruiting people into a multi-level marketing company.
When your back's against the wall and you have lack of funds, you're limited in choices. This is why I tell people every day, you need more than one stream to live comfortably in life. Groceries alone, you need a whole job for just groceries. I don't know what y'all spend, but I'm curious, how much do y'all spend on groceries? I spend almost $2,000 a month. It's between $1,800 and $2,000 a month just on groceries. And now that it's summertime, it's about $2,500. I got to go to Sam's Club, next week? That's going to be like an $800 grocery haul. But I'm here to tell you, you have a choice of staying where you live.
Imagine being the person on her live struggling financially, and, you know, your budget for the month is a couple $100s for groceries. And you get on here and she's like, hey, I'm spending like $1,800 to $2,000 a month on groceries. And what that would make you feel like. Oy.
You have a choice of moving forward. I chose to live in Skip Back. So that's why I don't mind paying the price. I moved out of the gutter. I moved out the hood. I didn't get my body done, so I moved out the hood. I didn't buy my dream car, so I moved out the hood. I made choices. Everything I have now is what I got.
I don't know if you guys caught that. Did you guys hear her say she didn't get her body done? Now, I do know that she has had like liposuction or some form of cosmetic surgery. And the irony that she used to sell trim in Modair and talk about, I was talking with a friend earlier and I was trying to remember what she used to call it. I want to say it was something like lipo in a bottle or something along those lines. And she used to give like nutrition tips and talk about the products and sell the products. And she wasn't necessarily keeping that part from everybody. But I think that it's an important thing when you are listening to an influencer online that is giving you nutrition advice, that is saying, oh, I have had plastic surgery. That, in my opinion, if you're selling a bunch of supplements that aren't backed scientifically by studies, that should negate everything else that just came out of their mouth. Because are the results from the supplements or are the results from the cosmetic surgery? Nothing against cosmetic surgery. Do what you want. It's your body. And if it makes you happy, I'm all for it. Not that you need my permission. But if you're going to make these claims about products and the science is unsubstantiated, and then you're saying that you had cosmetic surgery, come on.
When I moved out of the hood. See, I was willing to sacrifice, live basic, have nothing in order to have this life I have now. Some of y'all are trying to do all that right now while you're living in a fucked up situation. Why are you getting your hair and your nails done if you're trying to move forward? Why are you going on vacations? Why are you getting your body done? Why are you doing all these things if you're financially not set up? See, you have to downgrade for 6 months to a year in order to come up. 2020 broke me after the pandemic. I downgraded my life for 1 full year. 1 full year. I'm talking 1 year. No subscriptions, no hair, no nails, no eating out. Like literally we were at food banks. We were literally at Goodwill, all the things, shopping, all of like that in order for me to live now. If I want to go spend $5,000 on a bag right now, I can do so. If I want to book another $20,000 trip, which we leave soon, okay, I can do so. I had to downgrade. I had to start doing more to live my life.
Wait a second. She was talking about spending $20,000 on a trip, but the 2 days leading up to this trip that she mentioned earlier taking, she was going and buying a bunch of food and stuff and then complaining about having to do that. That's weird, right? I don't know. Monica, thank you so much for this. Well, I don't know what to write here. I'm speechless. LOL. Here you go for your Dr. Pepper fund. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
And a lot of us probably want to live a better lifestyle than we're living right now. Just saying. A lot of us probably would want to be able to go buy a Louis Vuitton bag because we can afford it. A lot of us probably want to be able to take our kids to Walt Disney because we want to. A lot of us probably want to be able to go buy a different luxury car. I had to wait to level up my life until I got my mindset right. See, back then I was childish. I was using and abusing the system. I wasn't right. I was trying to look like I had it all together. Flip that switch. I met these rich people who I still rock with now. First of all, let me just say, all my friends are 7-figure earners. So you can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. But baby, I started taking advice from folks that are making 7 figures. Now I sit at a table.
And here comes the recruiting pitch. Here it comes.
Where I will be making 7 figures by the end of this year. Clock it. Please don't make me, y'all know me, don't make me clock it. Y'all know I come with the proof and the receipts. Your proof, I just lost a $760,000 company in 60 days ago. That was generating over $500,000. For me, I want to be a millionaire. For me, I want to go into any store that I can drop 30 racks and not think twice about it. For me, I want to bring my man home. My man is not even 30 years old yet. My husband turned 30 this year. I said, by the time you were 32, you will be a stay-at-home dad and you'll be folding the laundry. You gonna be cooking the dinner. You gonna be walking the dog while Big Mama holds all the business. And he said, okay, I got you. Not a problem. Wanna know why? My man has been the backbone since day one. He deserves a break.
But he has to work for 2 more years when you're making all this money. Why not bring him home now, Kayla? If you're making all this money, 7 figures by the end of the year, okay, you're spending $2,000 a month on groceries. Your rent is $5,000 a month. You should be able to cover that with all the money you're making. You just made $17,000 on Facebook last month, right? What's the problem?
When you have somebody good, you hold on to them and you take care of them. I've been with my husband now for 12 years, and for 12 years, he has always made sure we were straight. Always. I've never wanted for anything. If I tell him I want a new Louis bag right now, he's out at the store trying to figure out how he getting it. That's your business.
I thought you just said that you could go in and drop 30 on a new bag. That seems a little contradictory to what you're just saying just now. I'm confused. That's interesting. Oh my God, Liz, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the new members. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I appreciate it. It's awesome. Yeah, but I thought he worked 18 hours a day. Huh. Weird. Weird how that math doesn't really add up. Okay.
But see, we wanted more for our children. We bought our first vacation property last year. My parents don't even own a vacation property. Do you all know how dope that is to have a vacation property? Now, we rent it out. Want to know why we rent it out? So it pays for this. It's called being smart. Yeah. One property pays for this one right here. It's being smart. This year, we're looking for another one.
Weird that you're mentioning this now, but earlier when you were mentioning that renting and paying $5,000, seems like the stories are a little bit different, which fine, cool. You own vacation property. That's awesome. Apparently that vacation property is paying your rent, but I feel like that maybe should have been mentioned at the beginning instead of making it seem like, oh, I pay $5,000 a month in rent, like it was some kind of flex. Huh.
On another property, but I want one closer because my other one's in Virginia. I'm like, I want one in the Poconos. Let's turn it into an Airbnb. Like, for me, I want to find ways where I can create this cash flow to where my kids never want for nothing. That's why I hang out with people like John Melton. 7-figure earner. He has helped me make my first $500,000. Why do you think when he launched Nueva, I came running with my Usain Bolt shoes on? When your millionaire friend tells you do this to be rich, you do that. I started doing the things, and next thing I became rich. And I look like this. I'm very humble about my shit. But if you know anything, I live in a very expensive place, expensive town. I pay for the cars. I pay for the lifestyle. He pays for the actual bills. And the reason why I'm saying all this stuff is because some of you guys are selling yourself short and you deserve more. And you need to go out and go chase it and go get it. If you're living mediocre and you know you deserve more, go out and go run for it. Why do you think I'm on every social media platform? Because there's money to be made. This is why I share so much about my life and my journey, because I want other moms to win. I hate when I hear moms, I got to work 3 jobs to be able to do this. There's so many single mom friends that I have that can't do things with me because they're too busy working. Some of y'all go to work, you go to work, 1 job, come home, make dinner, go to work again. Aren't you tired of that? Some of y'all are not living life, you're surviving. And you were not created to eat, sleep, shit, repeat, eat, sleep, shit, work, repeat. That's not what life's about. And many of us are living that cycle because we don't know how to make a better move. Go on Google and find ways where you can make 6 figures from home. Create content. Get on here with no lashes like me in a bonnet and do what you do. At the end of the day, life's about choices. And the lack of choices, there's consequences. This is exactly why I tell people go out and go above and beyond. Period. End of discussion. So if you're in my inbox and you're complaining about not having money, are you really doing everything you can be doing to better your future? Put your pride to the side. Put that to the side, okay? And ask yourself, are you doing all you could be doing, or could you be doing a better job of doing something? Maybe finding a better quality job. Maybe finding another hustle, or finding one hustle, or finding...
Wait a second. Okay, wait. So just a couple minutes ago, she was talking about how she was tired of seeing her mom friends that have 3 jobs. Meanwhile, she has 5 hustles. She says that she works 24/7, but she was upset because her mom friends couldn't do things with her. But she's presenting this as if it's a side hustle, but while also shaming people for being lazy. What's happening?
a better quality hustle, or maybe just stop complaining and open your eyes and say, hey, you know what? I'm about to go out here and go get it. There's so many women that I know that are on my team that I met that have multiple hustles, multiple things, because they want more in life. You want that luxury car? Go get it. First of all, BMW is expensive. You ever take your BMW to get a tire rotation, an oil change, and all that? You spending a quick $18,000, $2,000 real quick on a luxury car. Literally, I've learned this over time having a BMW. So I want a BMW, right? I got to be able to work harder so I can have this luxury car. You want more, you have to go out and go get it. This world is too expensive. Nothing is cheap no more. You cannot have your dream life on a mediocre job or a mediocre mindset. It don't work that way. Stop hanging around small-minded people. Start hanging with people that have big vision, big pictures. That's when my life actually changed. And some of y'all are like, oh, I can never do this. You're small-minded. Literally, when I...
Says the person that's in a commercial cult. Okay.
I sit at the table with all these rich people and they make 7 figures, I'm soaking it up in because I don't have multiple multi-million-dollar businesses coming in. But for me, I started surrounding myself with people that are doing better than me so I could take notes. You're not going to get better hanging around mediocre people. Morning, Rachel. You're just not.
Get better at what specifically? Because it's a very general term. Because maybe you're hanging out with somebody as a friend because you just genuinely enjoy the friendship. There's a mutual respect there. Maybe you have a friend that is better at certain things and you're better at certain things and you collaborate a lot, but you're also friends. Pay attention to when they speak in very vague terms. Don't hang out with mediocre people because you're not going to get better. At what? Mediocre in what way? What are we talking about? This feels to me like, oh, the only people that have real value are the ones that are willing to hustle 24/7, have 5 hustles, and make 6 or 7 figures. First of all, human beings offer value just for being themselves. If you're my friend, you're my friend. I'm not looking at you like, what can I get out of this person? I think this is a perfect example of transactional relationships. You can't spend time with somebody unless they have something to offer you. Sometimes just holding space together to process what's going on in this world is enough. Ugh.
You're not going to get rich hanging out with somebody who don't even understand what six figures even looks like. Some of y'all need to change your mindset, change your circle of friends, and put yourself at tables that where you're getting inspired. People who come sit at my table get inspired. Yes, get inspired. I'm 34, inspiring people around the world to do more. I come from this, nothing. I don't have a silver spoon, none of that. Everything is built from hustle and grit. So why do people come sit with me? Because they want to get either at my level or get even higher. And that's the whole point. Stop sitting at tables where you're doing small talk and mediocre. Stop sitting at tables where you're doing the only thing about your gossiping. Who cares? If it's not about money, if it's not about helping me level up, it's not about helping me moving forward in life, I don't got time for it. I don't have time for it. If you cannot bring a positive energy or help me move forward, I don't have time for it. And you don't have to be rich to sit with me. My whole point is you cannot have a negative mindset at my table.
So they have to think just like you. They have to have similar goals as you. It's very culty. Very, very culty.
You're negative, I will remove you and delete you and block you. See you later, bye. Hasta luego, you gotta go. Wanna know why? Because mindset's everything. I literally have to ignore family members because their mindset's not my mindset. They're negative. They don't support, and that's okay.
People in MLM oftentimes, not all the time, will think that facts are attacks. Will think that asking questions that cause them to critically think is negativity. That's not how that works. That is cult programming. That response is cult programming.
You don't have to stay anywhere where you're not welcomed or where you're not appreciated or where it's not going to add value to you. It's your life. You have the decision to stay where you are or move forward. Life is very hard. I'm not going to sit here and say life is just all glitters and rainbows because it's not. But complaining does you no justice. Standing still does you no justice at all. And relying on a man does you no justice. Yes, you should have a solid partner, but you should be your children's safety net. Whether your husband loses his job, leaves you, whatever, you should be always prepared for that rainy storm. My grandma always told me, have that rainy day fund because it comes when you least expect it. For real, for real. Some people are in a relationship because they cannot afford to get out. Let me repeat that one more time because someone needed to hear that. Some people are in a relationship that they cannot afford to leave because he pays the bills, he pays the car, he pays the groceries, he takes care of the kids. You should never have to stay stuck because of money in any kind of situation.
Didn't you just say that your husband pays all of the household bills and you pay for all the luxury things? Wouldn't that be, by your definition that you just kind of gave here, wouldn't that be you depending on a man?
Some of y'all are living in a place and an environment because you cannot afford to live somewhere else. Some of us who are from the hood have a choice. You can stay in the hood and be hood rich, or you can, downgrade and move out and move forward. But if you're being forced to stay there because of financial reasons, get out and go chase more money so you can change your outcome. See, I moved out of the hood. Hi, Cheryl. I moved out of the hood because one day, real quick before I hop off, my kids had seen needles. And I posted this video multiple times. There were needles outside of our house. And I lived where there was just crackheads. And if you're from the trenches, you understand where it's just, you could have somebody doped out on your sidewalk and what are you going to do about it? Like, you know what I mean? I was tired of my kids living in treacherous situations to where it was drugs and violence and just like needles, crackheads, smokers. I was tired of when you open up your front door, you don't know what you're going to see, or a stray bullet coming through your window. So y'all think because right now I have what I have now? No, I had to live in hell. And my husband's from Camden. If y'all don't know about Camden, Camden is very rough and rugged. His mom had him at 15 years old. So my husband has always had that I'm going to help out and do for my family because it's how he was raised. So we wanted to make sure that our children had a better situation. I'm in the same, but I want to give my man the break he deserves. He works so hard for us. I bring in little, not much. I'm tired of being stuck. Can you please? Yes. Send me a message, love. And then you'll go to the top of my inbox and I'll be able to message you and tag you and get you all. Yes. Do you have an emergency fund? Yes. I have quite a few funds. I have a shopping emergency fund, literally, for mental days. Emergency fund if my house were to burn down, break down, flash flood, husband were to leave me tomorrow. I'm cool. My man can walk out the door tomorrow and I can pay for everything that I have and wouldn't have to downgrade my life. See, I create the lifestyle and it's a very bougie one. My traveling expense is $45,000 for the year. So emergency fund is Gucci. That's why I work on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I do TikTok shop affiliate, and I'm also a content creator, so I'm paid by the view. And if you look at my videos, I have maybe, 10 videos going viral, going ape shit right now on TikTok, running that money up. Now, TikTok also sends me free products. I advertise, I make some money, which is a whole lot of money. I do digital marketing. I'm in the digital space. And then I'm starting Nueva. Nueva is fully launching this week. So Nueva will probably be my mainstream because what I did in Modere, I did a multiple six figure. So my lowest month in Modere, like yearly, was like 300,000 for one stream. Remember, I had 5.
How much of that was from selling products and how much of that was from having a team?
So you pick one stream, anyone's a rainy day fund. Want to know why? Because my husband pays all the bills, right? But here's the thing.
Oh, but you shouldn't depend on a man, right? Oh, but he pays all the bills. Okay.
I make sure that I'm always putting money away. Leave tomorrow if you want to. I'm going to go buy me a brand new car, go back to me some more plastic surgery, and still live the life that I'm living. Period. Always have a rainy day fund. What if you're scared and you won't do well since you don't have a support system? So neither did I. I started my Facebook account 10 years ago with no friends, no support, no family, had no idea, and I was fat and broke. If any of you remember that, drop me a heart in the comment section. I started with nothing. And you want to talk about scary? Ooh, man. Scared out of my mind. But being a mom, I had to put my superhero cape on. And I said, you know what's more scarier? Is having to move to a shelter or having really no food to feed your family. So at the end of the day, you have to think positive that I'm going to do well. See, it's the mindset thing. If you think you're not going to succeed, you're not going to succeed. And that's why on my team, I help people change their mindset because your mindset is very powerful. It's, I can do this. I will get rich. I will be successful. I will learn this. And we give you tools and things for you to be able to do it. So many people, hi, Kate, your love bug. So many people come on my team or come in my world that never had any experience or no support. None. And some people like Katra's been with me since day one when I literally had nothing. Katra has watched me move to like 3 or 4 different properties because I've leveled up each time. And you cannot allow fear to be the reason why you're not moving forward. Fear will cripple you. Fear is worse than failing. I would rather fail forward than fail staying stuck. That's the thing right here. You got to fail forward. Everything, I failed plenty of times. I actually quit network marketing a couple years ago because I didn't get rich quick enough. I said, man, this doesn't work, man. I'm done. I can't do this. I came back into network marketing in 2021 and I've been on every leaderboard. I've hit, like, people know who I am. Not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep, right? Fear, I have the fear of going back to being broke. That fear is real. I have the fear of going back to welfare and food stamp. That's why, for me, I don't have a choice but to grind even harder. I have the fear of hitting rock bottom again. And that's why I have multiple streams, because if one falls down, like Modere did, I have 4 other ones to keep on going. You know what I mean? So fear will cripple the life out of you. How do I get to where you're at? So number one, was it Allie? You want to find your reason why. Why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to change your life? Because you need to hold on to that why and never let go of it. My why is my children. And when
I thought she said that your children shouldn't be your excuse, but it's okay for them to be your why.
I first became a mom, I was a bad mom because I could not afford to take care of them. So for me, I made a promise to my kids, and if y'all hear me, I say it all the time, we will never struggle again. So my kids is my reason why I go above and beyond every single day. And hustling isn't for everybody, but broke is for nobody, right? And you have to think of it like this. How bad do you want to give yourself a better life? How tired are you tired of being tired? How tired are you about stressing about cash flow? So number one, you got to change your mindset. And if your babies are your reason why, we're going to put all the excuses and leave them at the front door. And we're going to come up with a solution. How can I better myself? Is it, doing network marketing? Is it finding a better quality job? Is it putting yourself through school? You have to figure out, what are you willing to do? And I get it. Not everybody is an entrepreneur, and I get that.
But being in a multi-level marketing company doesn't make you an entrepreneur either.
But no matter where you're trying to go in life, you have to change your mindset. If your mindset is not changed, you're not going to be able to move forward. And your mind is your most powerful tool. She said, I spend money like it's water. Girl, I do too. I ain't going to hold. Y'all see how many, y'all know I buy cups, okay? When I mean I spend money like it's water, baby, it don't make no sense, but I buy. Sometimes I'm like, why do I buy all that? Why do I have 18 million shit? Why? But you want to know what? I learned past year, that I don't need to be buying a whole bunch of materialistic things. Invest your coin, crypto, high yield savings, assets, get a fiduciary. Fiduciary will invest your money for you. So if you can spend $15K on cups, give your fiduciary $15,000 investing for you, because they will always have your best interest at heart.
Did she just say that she's not into buying flashy things? But earlier on this, she flexed about all the cars and the ATVs and the vacation home and all of that stuff. I mean, the vacation home, okay, because she's renting it out or whatever. All right. But which is it? You aren't into flashy things, or you are, or, I mean, I feel like there's been several very interesting contradictions in her video so far.
Started spending money on properties, started spending money on cars. I started spending money on investing things. I'm creating businesses for my children. I got really smart this year with my money because, life is hard. And if I die tomorrow, I want my kids to be set up. I wanted to break generational curses in my family because I come from nothing, My glasses they're from TikTok Shop. Girl, they were free. These are not prescriptions, To me, they're prescriptions. But right now I don't have my lashes on because my lash tech was on vacation. And I don't get my lashes on until July 1st. So I've been wearing like all different kinds of candy wrapper. I've been wearing all kind of glasses. Yes. Hi, love. How are you? Yes, stay close to the fire. That's the best thing you can do. Hi, yes. Sarah has no experience and she is brand new and has a job and is learning too. So I love the fact that Sarah hopped on here. Good morning, love bug. Can anyone monetize their TikTok or Facebook? I don't understand how that works because wouldn't everybody be posting to get paid? So what happens is, number one, let's give TikTok for an example before I hop off. TikTok, you have to have 10,000 followers to be in the creator rewards program, okay? To where you would just get followers in order to get monetized. Again, you have.
I feel like I need a break. Do you guys need a break? Let's take a break for just a second. Now, the fizz is not going to be great, but the taste, spectacular. You know what I mean? So I'm going to move my mic. Y'all know what to do. If you've been here for a while, can we just take a deep breath for a second? Because manipulation. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, let's go. Bubbles. But the taste. Oh, God. How are you guys doing? Let's check in. We have, how long is this video? It's like 57 minutes long. Let me just double check real quick. Let me see, July. Okay. This video is, 57 minutes long. And right now we're on 41 minutes. Thanks, Cal. I appreciate you. Bring on the fall, which is my favorite time of the year anyways. Also, is it Halloween yet? Because that's my favorite. Side note. What should I be for Halloween? What should I be for Halloween? Last year? What was I last year? Was last year Cruella? The year prior, I was Maleficent. What is that? That's fun. I guess that's this one. Probably. Let's see. Maleficent, Cruella. Who should I be this Halloween? Halloween is my favorite, in case you guys didn't know that. Also, my God, thank you so much, St. Kilda Boulevard. I was going to say Avenue. Boulevard. I'm looking right at it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome to all of the new members. Oh, I feel like that was a palate cleanse that we all needed. Darth Vader, that'd be fun. Wicked. I'm not opposed to sticking with the villains. Gaston, so you can show off the arms. Thank you so much. Oh my God, an MLMer would be funny. That would be funny. Ooh, you could do a sick Medusa costume. That's a great idea. Not John Melton. I have too much muscle for John Melton. Oh, man. Okay. Go as Kelsey Ray. That's funny. Ray Higdon. Imagine being threatened by blueberries or fruit in general. It's crazy. Okay, let's get back to this. He's just a little fella. Oh.
Have 10,000 followers to be able to get into the Creator Rewards program. They also have the Creator Pilot program where you also can get, samples sent to you, learning how to make money. Then they have the TikTok Shop affiliate to where you can either buy products and advertise, or be like me where you are an active content creator where I'm always getting sent samples. And now I have a paid partnership with Loveful Nails. So I got monetized by basically posting every single day and applying for these programs. And then for paid partnerships, companies are finding me.
Hi, friend.
To work with me because I've been posting content. And here's the cool thing. Companies are watching your TikTok pages. They are. You don't have to have a huge...
Companies are watching all of your social media if you are a content creator and you are wanting to build on social media. I learned that lesson very recently in a very good way. Can I tell you more? No, not yet, but coming soon. Coming very soon.
Big following. My homegirl, Kia, just got Head and Shoulders PR package. She only has 7,000 followers, but she's been consistently posting content about her hair. So TikTok is the easiest way to get monetized. Facebook and Instagram almost has to invite you to be monetized, but you can make money off your stories. That's why I post so many. You can make money by just posting reels in your actual content. The whole thing is the more quality content that you're putting out there and the more consistent that you become posting your content, you can get monetized on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm monetized on all platforms. And I'm now working on Snapchat because Snapchat pays the most. You also can do YouTube with subscribers. Like when I say social media.
Which, by the way, have you subscribed to my channel? If you haven't, you should. Thanks for the plug, Kayla. I was going to say Kayla. Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. Is changing the game. If you were on here posting and you're not monetized, you're not being consistent, you're rich. This is why I post every single day. Sick, non-sick, vacation, looking a hot mess express. I built a community on my Facebook. So anyone can be monetized, but first of all, Facebook and Instagram, they have to invite you. And it's not hard. Show up for 90 days straight. Post that content. I'm always saying post the content. Now, TikTok, you can literally post one viral video and now you have 10,000 followers. Now you're in the Creator Rewards program. Now you're paid by the views. Lit. TikTok Shop. I don't even know what's in here. All this stuff is free. So you're telling me y'all want to send me some free products and all I got to do is advertise it? Free. So I wear these pajamas. I take a video, show how much I like them. People buy from it, I make money. And then, clock it, let's say my video goes viral. I'm now getting paid from TikTok Shop and TikTok Rewards Program. Now I'm getting paid 2 ways off of one video.
What if they're sketchy products from the TikTok Shop? Oh, wait. Let me guess. That doesn't really matter because this is also somebody that's in an MLM selling sketchy products. Yeah. By the way, let's talk about that. I'm ready to dive into the science of all of this. First, let me show you this graphic that I was sent. I probably need to do this one here. This is the graphic. This is their Nueva body. They're claiming cellular mitochondrial metabolic, reset, a premium daily formula featuring advanced ingredients including 5-amino-1-MQ and SLU-PP-332, lovingly known as SLU-P in the anti-MLM movement. Created for individuals focused on maintaining an active lifestyle and supporting their overall wellness goals. How to use: take 1 tablet daily in the morning, 30 minutes before eating, or as directed by your healthcare provider. What healthcare provider is prescribing this? First of all, that's not happening because this is not a medication. It's not FDA approved. I could go on and on. They have 2 ingredients, and it says ingredients and formulation proprietary blend 51 milligrams. 50 milligrams is the 5-amino-1-MQ with 1 milligrams of the SLU-PP-332. It's a tablet, and there's 30 tablets in the bottle. I need to pull this up so I can read the warnings and precautions. It's too small for me to see here, and I want to go through this document. So give me just 1 second here. Excuse me. Okay, let me pull this document up. Okay, there. I can see it better now. All right, so the green section, warnings and precaution: do not exceed the recommended dose, not intended for individuals under 18. Consult your physician before use if pregnant, nursing, or have a medical condition or taking any medications. Discontinue use if adverse reactions occur. Manufactured in the US in a GMP certified facility, third-party tested for purity and potency. Then it has the FDA disclaimer at the bottom. Okay, let's talk about this. Let me get to my notes. Okay. Stick with me here. SLU-PP-332, SLU-P, was studied in mice. Now, I know that this has been mentioned before. I know, but I'm going to keep mentioning it because it's important. Now, one of the things, and by the way, the study is listed in the video description, so you can check that out for yourself. An important part about this is that the mice were injected with this. And they were injected with 25 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So Nueva sells a 1 milligram oral capsule, or 1 milligram containing SLU-P-332 oral capsule. So we have 2 different physiological breakdowns, if you will, of this SLU-P-332. The mice were getting it injected. This is a capsule. It's got to go through the digestive system. So how much of it is actually going to be useful? But when you compare the 25 milligrams per kilogram of body weight in mice, and you're to take it and say, well, how much, based on that study, mice we know are not humans, of course. But if we were to take that and say, well, how much would a human have to take in order to mimic what needs to be studied more and on humans from the mouse study? Well, you would have to take 1,700 times more than what is in Nueva's body, aka 1 milligram. It's a 1,700 time lower dose than what's listed in the study on mice, taken in a form that hasn't been tested at all on humans. There's no proof that, because one of the claims that these people are starting to make is that it mimics exercise. This is pure pseudoscience. When you see people that are saying that taking this product with 1 milligram of SLU-PP-332, SLU-PP-332, that's what we're calling it here, mimics exercise or mimics cardio, as the woman that I'm featuring on Friday's video that will probably be up for members after this video, she claimed it mimics cardio. No, it doesn't. That's not how science works. And this is 1,700 times smaller as far as the dosage than what was listed in the study on mice. And again, humans are not mice. Debunked. Is this even going to do anything? I'm just saying. Anyways, the study is in the video description, so you guys can check that out for yourself if you're into that. Just like Kay Marie said, you cannot bottle exercise. You know how you get the benefits of exercise? By actually exercising. That's Sloop makes me laugh. Me too. That's why I say it. Also, third party tested by whom? It's a great question. Great question. So I found that really, really interesting. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to cover? I don't think so. Let's finish up, or let's watch a few more minutes of Kayla's video and see what else needs to be covered, and then we'll go from there.
And freeze for me. Some of this shit would be gifted. Some things I won't open. Like I bought 2 sets, right? I'm only going to show 1 pair of pajamas. I'm going to gift one away. Simple. Simple.
Imagine being the company that sent her that comes across this and is like, oh, she's not even going to use the product. She's just going to give it away. Okay.
Nails. I'm not sponsored by them. Why are you spending 40, 80 bucks on fingernails if you ain't got it? Me? Which press on set? I think this is going to be the
I mean, this actually makes sense with her brand. I love that for her.
next lay. Free. Free.com. What? This is why I tell folks, pay attention to what I'm saying, because if you're struggling to make money, TikTok is free. Free.com. If you have 10,000 followers, go apply for the Creator Rewards program right now. If you don't, start posting that content. I don't care if you're eating a bag of potato chips. I don't care if you want to slurp through a straw. Record and post. You can sleep on TikTok live and make some coin. You could be like, hey, poppin', hello, my name's Pinky. Oh my God, You could be an AI. You could go on TikTok live right now dressed up like a dog. Start barking. Folks are going to send you money through the live video. TikTok is the easiest platform to generate cash flow. Don't allow fear. Look, free sandals. Look at it. What, are you kidding me? Who does not have time to get some free sandals and take a cute picture? Are you kidding me?
Those are cute.
So dig this move. Let's say I sell 50 of these sandals. Now I got money to go get a pedicure. Now I got money to go here. I got money to go there. A free Starbucks. Like, girl, post the content. And half y'all are already doing it. If you're posting about your babies, your kids, your vacations, just keep on posting. Be consistent. Post, post, post. Look, I leave for the beach this week. Got me some free water shoes. Another pair of sandals. Now, these look like the Hermes sandals. Now, I low-key think I need to go get me some Hermes, because these are not Hermes, but baby, they're giving dupes.
Those are cute.
They're giving dupe free shoes. Listen, and if I wanted to, I could sell this. I could go on Marketplace and sell this shit right now. I can make a video and go sell it right now out of pocket if I wanted to. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta just stop overthinking, y'all. That's the whole point of this video. Stop.
I wonder how the companies that are sending these products would feel about her. And I'm not saying that she's doing that, but just from what she said, I wonder how these companies that gifted her these products would feel about her selling them on Facebook Marketplace. I would think that that would probably go against some kind of an agreement. I mean, that's just my opinion, but y'all let me know what you think.
Overthinking, post your content, monetize your social media, and get to the bag. There's so much money out here to be made. You have to just chase it. Don't physically have to be at a job. You can be at the beach making money, be at your home on your couch making money. Some of y'all work really
Wait, didn't you just tell people earlier to get off their couch? Yikes.
hard and probably
Hey,
deserve a
Tish.
break. Some of y'all are probably tired of working 2-3 jobs. It's summertime. I don't want to work at all. I don't know about y'all, but when I see it's summertime, I feel like, I deserve a break.
You just told us earlier how you work 24/7 and you have 5 side hustles.
So what am I doing? Okay, I'm just creating content so I can make some more cash flow until Nueva pops off, which we pop off this week. Right? Free pajamas. First of all, I got Chick-fil-A pajamas. Look at these. Look at these. What am I going to do? I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A in my pajamas and advertise Chick-fil-A nuggets. And pray Chick-fil-A reaches out to me. See what I'm saying? You don't know who's watching your content, and it really is that simple. It's just turning on your camera and having the confidence. And confidence is not easy for everyone, and I get that. But how tired of you being broke? Ask yourself that question every single day. Being broke is no fun. Being broke is stressful. So keep pushing yourself. You want to know what? I can't be broke. I got to do this. That's what I tell myself. Do you want to go back on food stamps, Kayla? Hell no. So I guess you better post that content. Do you think I like looking like a hot mess express? Well, it really don't bother me now. But at the end of the day, it's content. Yes. So Modera went bankrupt really quickly about 60 days ago. And they owe me about $19,000. And didn't get paid my last paycheck. Yeah, I was literally online shopping for a Louis bag. If y'all followed my story back then, I wanted the denim bum bag. $2,400. I'm literally online doing my thing like, oh, we about to add it to the cart, add it to the cart. And then I get a message saying, we are sorry, Modera has been closed. I refreshed my screen. I said, hold the hell up. I know they didn't mean close it. The website broke now. What's going on? It's payday. Y'all not going to pay me my coin? Got the email, Modera filed for bankruptcy. So what happens is they auctioned all their products off. Little twits. And refused to pay us. So what I did was I found, my mentor, John Melton, he and his team building another company. So when your millionaire friends say, hey, girl, you're going to make way more money here, come on board. I said, where do I sign up?
How are you going to make more money there when it's the same compensation plan?
Well, I'll make more money because I was making stupid money in Modera. Stupid money. 30, 40, 50 grand a month. Stupid money. Could you imagine making 30 grand a month? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's why I was booking trips that cost $20,000 per trip. I was making crazy money. My upline said, you know what? You can make more money here. Well, hi, baby. Good morning. Sign that out of line. Nobody got their pay. Imagine somebody having $19,000 of yours. Now, thank God I have savings and mobile streams because I was mad, but I didn't let it break me. They owed other people like 200 grand. They did not pay us at all, which sucked. And it was payday that they closed. So literally within 2 weeks, I built a team of 1,000 people. Now I'm almost at 4,000 people on my team. So now I'm helping over 4,000 people make residual income. Yeah. And we're about to make a shit ton because if you know me, I am a person that is as a woman of her word. I've never not had receipts. Because in today's day, you got to have those receipts, baby. So for me, we are planning on building our dream home. So anything that
I feel like this is damage control and she's trying to disguise it as an opportunity. She's not offering wellness. She's offering survival through recruitment because that's all you can do right now during this video with Nueva is you can only recruit. So the money and the bragging that she's doing off of that money is off of recruiting team members that are also buying the product. See my notes on the product from a few minutes ago.
making Nueva is going right to the bank. So I can build my dream home on my dream lot and have all the dream things. It's coming soon. I'm tired of paying $5,000 to rent a place and skip back. I love it. I love my house. I love all these things.
I thought you were saying that your vacation property that you rent out was paying the $5,000 for rent. But now you're saying that you're tired of paying the rent. When at the beginning of this, you were saying that you pay $5,000 in rent, and it was like a flex. But now you're like, I'm tired of paying this rent. But if 2 + 2 is 4 and 5 + 5 is 10, what is this?
Things, but renting is cool because you're not in charge of having to pay for things when they're broken and things like that. But at the end of the day, I want my own home. I want my own in-ground pool. Like, I am dreaming big. If y'all know where Skip Back is, there's a lot of big. I live in a $1 million neighborhood. First of all, I live right by a horse ranch, and all of the homes are like MTV Crib style. So for me, I'm like, you want to know?
I mean, y'all remember MTV Cribs? Do you remember the Red Man episode? People were sleeping on the floor. Do y'all remember that episode? Please tell me there's somebody on this or in the replay crew that remembers the Red Man episode of MTV Cribs. Oh my God. It could go. Listen, MTV Cribs is not always luxury.
You know what? I want to build my dream home. I want to build it. I don't want to buy a house. I want to build, where I'm telling them I want this wall here and this here and this here, this here, so that I can run across my island and twerk when I close on my house. That is my vision. And clock it, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's why I have not been shopping so much. I have just been saving and stacking, because to build $1 million home, you need a lot of money. A lot. And I don't want to have to take, a $500,000 loan. Like, I want to be able to pay as much in cash as I possibly can. And I know you're probably thinking $1 million. First of all, homes in Skip Back, go on Google. Start off at 1.1 mil. Just starting off. So it's like, okay, I better be working hard. No, you're good. You're good. You were dealing with, family things and all of that. So just shoot me a message. I'm here. I told you whenever you were ready, and you have that coaching call still. So whenever you're ready, you know where to find me. But I am getting ready to hop off, guys, because I have a coaching call at 12 o'clock, and my kids all just woke up, which means they need breakfast really quickly. And this is why I love what I do. I work from home. It's summer break. They get breakfast every single day, even though they're driving me, motherfucker.
Didn't you say you were tired of working and that it's summer, so you don't feel like working, but you have to work all the time? Your 5 side hustles, 24/7.
Fucking crazy, yeah. But I love being home with my babies all year. Yeah, so I coupon still. Girl, coupon is my middle name. I've never stopped couponing. Even when I was making crazy buku money, and I still am, I never stopped couponing. I just couponed the other day. I'm frugal when it comes to certain things. And I feel like we all are frugal with certain things, where you spend money where you want to spend it, but I still coupon. I'm not paying full price for not a goddamn thing. Only thing full price I pay for is luxury items. Because Louis Vuitton has no coupons. They don't have coupons.
I thought you said you didn't buy anything without coupons. Okay.
Nothing. But at the end of the day, when I'm going to the Walmart, I shop at all these Littles.
Love that.
You're going to get them generic Doritos and call it a day. We're not spending $8 on a bag of Doritos.
Meanwhile, just flexed a little while ago about spending $2,000 a month on groceries, but now you're getting the generic Doritos. Granted, there's nothing wrong with the generic Doritos, but it seems a little mixed in her messaging.
You're going to get the Frito Nacho cheese chips over here right on this aisle, and all these, we're going to get you 2 bags, right? I'm still frugal when it comes to grocery shopping. I don't even play that. Laundry soap, I don't pay for. Paper towels, I don't pay for. Shavers, I don't pay for. Like, if there's a coupon,
hey,
we're going to coupon it. Humbly. And if you're not couponing, you must be rich, y'all, because how are you paying full price? You better go on coupons.com, print out those printable manufacturing coupons. You also better get all the little digital coupons and all these little apps like CVS, Walgreens, Giant, all that. You better pick up them generic Doritos and call it a day and pretend that you have the real ones in sight. So you got to be smart. If you notice, a lot of rich people are very frugal with money. Like, a lot of rich people don't wear their money or have all these crazy things. They have some nice things, but like, they're still very cheap with things to have more. That's the mindset that I started to learn. Like, I don't have to go out and go spend $15,000 on an outfit to look cool and have this. No, like, we have food at home. Like, I learned, my mindset changed this year. When I first started making money, I was out here blowing it like it was nobody's business. That's why I bought almost $18,000, $19,000 in Starbucks cups. Who does that? Why do I have 5,000 cups in Stanley's? For what? Who needs $5,000 worth of cups? I've come to the point where I'd rather buy properties, cars, investments, assets. I wanted to learn how to buy other things to get smart. And I mean, I'm still frugal, but like I still like to buy nicer things too. You know, it's called balance. You know, I beta girl, yes, you better keep them receipts and do. And I got, what's the gas one? Upside? No, what's it? I gotta look on my phone. Upside? Side up. It's the one where you get your gas coupons where you can save upside or whatever. And every time you get gas, it saves, girl. I got it all. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You got it. Just because you have it doesn't mean that you don't be smart with it. You know what I mean? Hi, Andrew. How are you, love? But I am hopping off because I have a coaching call and I gotta go make my little grandma some breakfast really quickly and get something myself. So you all stay blessed. If y'all need me, feel free.
Okay, goodbye. I'm done. I've seen what I needed to see, and I know you have too. And if you made it through that entire Facebook Live, just want to say thank you. Congratulations. You've survived a masterclass, yet another masterclass in MLM manipulation, pseudoscience, marketing, terribly done, in my opinion, and high pressure hustle culture masquerading as empowerment with some shame and some just offensive mixed into it. So let's recap what we just witnessed. Guilt-tripping stay-at-home moms, check. Trauma-laced sales pitch, check. Financial fear tactics, also check. Selling an untested peptide as an exercise mimicker, check, check, check. Drop me some checks in the comments if you want to. Check the video description. You guys, I have lots of resources. I have the studies, or excuse me, the only study that has been done on SLU-PP-332 on mice, not on humans, has not been tested on humans. I've included links to file FTC reports when you see this stuff. There's educational resources and receipts for everything that I shared today. So if you've seen or you see misleading health claims, especially from supplement sellers or reps pushing biohacking, report it to the FTC. Your report matters. Your voice matters. It builds a case. You're not always going to hear back from them. In fact, most of the time, you are not going to hear back from them. Keep reporting. It's important. Also, check out my playlist on MLM supplements, health misinformation, and emotional manipulation tactics. I've got deep dives on Nueva, Make Wellness, Unicity, Prove It, and it's all separated by company. Drop a comment below. I would love to know what the wildest part of this live stream was for you, or the most offensive, or the most like shocking, I guess. Was it the peptide claims? Was it the financial guilt, the trauma baiting? I'm curious. And please, if you would take a second, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you found this valuable. It helps this video reach others who are being targeted with these same kind of tactics. There is no supplement that is going to mimic exercise or cardio. Stay skeptical. Don't get scammed by an unethical influencer trying to sell you pseudoscience to fund their lifestyle. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not behind. You haven't been sold a lie, and that makes you extremely powerful. My name is Erin Bees. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye, guys. Well, once I find the outro. Okay, there it is. Bye, guys.